The welterweight division is the best division out right now in professional boxing. You're watching Remstar Says So. Let's get right into this, guys. In my opinion, the 147 welterweight division is the most popping, lit division out there right now. 147 is the place to be for fighters. Jesus Christ. I've not seen a division this lit ever. Let's have a look at the 147 division. All five champions are showermen. Like all of these dons are sick fighters and they can all give each other a fight for your life. Where have you ever seen a division where the WBA regular champion could literally barnstorm and clean up the entire division? Or the WBA Super Keith Thurman, former unified champion, could go back and win that WBC title? That is mad. The person I feel most sorry for in this division is Terence Crawford because he's on the wrong side of the street. Looking at this division here, WBA regular, WBA super, WBC, IBF champions. These are all PBC fighters. Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Errol Spence. All of these guys are fighting under the promotional leadership and guidance of Al Heyman and PBC, Fox Sports and Showtime. WBO champion Terence Crawford, I mean, he's over there with Bob Arum, and he's knocked off Jeff Horn. He got his belt, and he's flying Amir King Khan to come and fight him. But like, there's no fights over there. I think that's the reason why Terence Crawford got a lot of stick when he re-signed with Bob Arum and Shota and Top Rank, because it's hard. Everybody knows that Bob Arum doesn't want to put his top fighters in with anybody, especially those that belong to Al Heyman. But looking at this division right now, like Jesus, like this division is stacked to the rafters. And then when you look underneath the champions, you've got the likes of Lamont Peterson, Kell Brook, if he could ever get back down to 147, Amir Khan, who I've already spoken about, Jeff Horn. There's so many good fighters in that division. You've got up and coming guys like on the British level, like Conor Benn. Like when I think about this 147 welterweight division, like literally a tear would come to my eye. It's actually that good. I mean, like a lot of people like to run around chatting shit about the heavyweights in this other division and the middleweights, but I can't think of one division right now that is more stacked than the welterweight division. Like looking at these fights, I just want to see unifications. I want to see everybody fighting. You've got guys like Jesse Vargas, Danny Garcia. There's loads. Andre Berto, Josh Kelly is coming up the ranks. Adrian Broner. I mean, I don't think Adrian Broner's a good fighter, but boy, he can still sell a fight, and that's the reason why Al Heyman keeps putting him in with these big time fights, because he knows that Adrian Broner will sell the shit out of a fight. The only thing that the 147 division doesn't have is, I believe, they don't have a Ring Magazine champion and they don't have a lineal champion. But I guess nobody really cares unless you're Tyson Fury. Looking at this division now, according to BoxRec, apparently Terence Crawford has somehow made himself the number one in the 147 division, followed by Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Manny Pacquiao, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman. Um, I don't know if I agree with that, because to my knowledge, Terence Crawford, yes, he's a former 140 undisputed champion, but I believe he's only had two fights at 147, and Amir Khan should be his third, I believe. So how you're going to look at a killer like Errol Spence, who's been campaigning at welterweight his entire life, and put Terence Crawford above that, that makes no sense to me. Like, unless they're looking at his total record. I do think that if Keith Thurman ever grows some balls, he could literally light this division up again. The fact is, Keith Thurman, he has been a little bitch boy, and he has avoided Errol Spence Jr. at all costs. But if Keith Thurman ever got back on his grease and ever decided that he wanted to clean up the division, boy, he could be a tough one to fight. Errol Spence, everybody knows about him, especially the British public. We were all introduced to Errol Spence when he avoided Kell Brook's chocolate brownies and broke his other eye socket, um, and took his IBF title. If I was if I was the PBC, if I was Al Heyman, I'd probably start looking to make some of these unification fights. But the thing is, he probably won't. The reason why I say this is because Al Heyman has recently signed a major deal with Fox, and he already has Showtime. So for Al Heyman to try and, you know, keep both of his broadcast partners happy, he's going to have to keep a certain amount of title fights going in, every quarter. Now, if you start making unification fights between your in-house fighters, you're going to have less champions to start putting out. So maybe that's a bad thing. But yes, this welterweight division, Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen, it's amazing. Like, who do I want to see first? Um, I don't know. I'd be happy to watch any of these fights. I've heard Errol Spence say that he wants to fight Manny Pacquiao after Keith Thurman said that he wants a unification WBA fight with Manny Pacquiao. I think all WBA champions should be forced to fight each other and get rid of this BS regular belt and get rid of this stupid super belt and just have one WBA champion, similar to like what they have in the light heavyweight division where Dimitri Bivol is the champion. I think the regular belt is just one big con to con the fans and milk more money out of us. But hey, if Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman are gonna fight, I would definitely want to stay up to watch that. Some people would say that Keith Thurman would be selling his belt to Manny Pacquiao if he did this. And the reason why is because Errol Spence has been calling for a fight with Keith Thurman for the best part of about 3 years. And Keith Thurman has wanted no smoke. All of a sudden, Al Heyman has gone and signed up a pay-per-view star in Manny Pacquiao. And all of a sudden now, Keith Thurman wants to get in the ring and start throwing hands. Doesn't matter though. Even if that did happen, Errol Spence could still go for a unification fight with WBC champion Sean Showtime Porter. I mean, Errol Spence can't look above Mikey Garcia, who's stepping up from the 140 division to challenge him for that IBF strap. But as long as he gets past Mikey Garcia, which I've already predicted that he will, the possibilities are endless. I think the only person that could end up getting left in the dark over here is maybe Terence Crawford, and that's just because there isn't that many good welterweights that fight on top rank, and I don't think Eddie Hearn's got that many good welterweights left either. I mean, after Terence Crawford smashes Amir Khan to pieces, you might see Bob Arum trying to negotiate a fight for Terence Crawford versus Kell Brook. Once again, that would be another good fight if Kell Brook can still get down to that weight. But I think the options for Terence Crawford are starting to become a little bit limited. What do you guys think? Like, I personally think like this division is amazing. I'm just looking at the rankings right now. The top 20 involves the likes of Saddam Ali, Josh Kelly. This is a guy that Eddie Hearn never stops talking about. You've also got the likes of Omar Figueroa just outside the top 20, Sergey Lipinets, Adrian Granados, picking up the number 25, sort of top 25 fighters. Obviously, most of the time when you're defending your world heavyweight championship, you can only defend your belts to somebody who's listed within the top 15 of your weight category. But that still puts the likes of Conor Benn in title contention. It's for the WBA EVA title. It still puts the likes of Jesse Vargas back into the title mix. Adrian Granados for the WBC. Andre Berto for the IBF. Jesse Vargas for the WBO. And then if you want to count the IBO strap, which I don't really give two shits about, Danny Garcia could be looking to fight for that. So who knows? You know, I'd even be interested in watching Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia. That would be a great name on Errol Spence's resume or CV, however you want to put it. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Do you agree with me? Do you believe that the 147 welterweight division is popping right now? Do you think that there's other divisions that are better? Let me know the fights that you'd really want to see at 147. Hit like, comment, subscribe. This is the end of the show because Remstar says so.